Hi guys, it's Sarita here. I know it's been a long time since I've done a video, but I wanted to wait until I could find something that was quite relevant. Today I do want to do a tutorial on foundation for Asian skin. I'm actually going to focus on Kryolan, which is a brand that a lot of makeup artists use, especially in the Asian market and especially for weddings. It's something that's generally used quite a lot is something called the TV paint stick, which looks like this, and it comes like that. A lot of people say to me, oh, it's a really heavy foundation, I think it's too thick, but I'm going to show you how you can use it so that you actually end up with quite a luminous finish to your skin and it won't look too heavy. Right now I'm on holiday, so that might explain why my hair is like this. It's just covered in oil because the sun already damages it enough, so I just want to give it a bit of a break. With regards to makeup, on holiday I like to wear just a BB cream, and I tend to get my lashes done before I go on holiday, so I do not need to worry about them at all. They're just there, don't need to do anything. The next thing I really need to sort out are my eyebrows. I'd love to do the microblading. That will definitely be something that I will be doing a video on. I want to find a good microblader out there, get my eyebrows tattooed on without it being an extortionate price. A lot of quotes I've been given have been something around the £800 to £1,000 mark in central London, and I'm not really willing to spend that when I spend about £4.50 on my Barry M eyebrow kit. So just got to find something that will find someone that will do it on the cheap for me, but is good. So the Kryolan makeup is OB3 TV paint stick. I'm going to show you how to use it. I've got it on now, so I'm just going to take it off and show you how to use it. Okay, so it's all off. All that I have on are my eyebrows, because I don't want to freak you out too much. No makeup on at all, none. Not even my BB cream, just me. So moisturize, use any moisturizer you want. Use one with sunblock, not going to go into that right now, so do that. So I've applied my moisturizer. Apply whatever primer you like. I'll be doing a video on that too, but use whatever you want, okay, whatever you like, or don't use one at all, it's up to you. So TV paint stick. Now if you want a really light coverage, and I'd say during the day, that is probably what you're looking for, what you do is you just apply this directly onto your skin, right? This color is OB3, by the way. Yeah, it's got a slightly orangey yellowy pigment to it, but I like that. So you just apply what you want all over your skin. Okay, and then you get, now this is very important, you need to make sure that your sponge is moist. Okay, so just make sure it's like, okay, not moist, but damp, and then blend it into your skin, and that's a way that you get a very luminous coverage, and it's not heavy at all. Just gonna wet my sponge, make sure it's nice and damp, and then you literally just, now you can use your beauty blender and all that, but I didn't bring it with me on holiday. And to be honest, I find that the sponge is just fine. So if you want to conceal your, under eyes or anything, it's really good for that too. So get that, use your finger, dab a little bit, and dab it under your eyes. Now, to prevent creasing, all you need to do is, once you've applied your concealer, and I always think a little goes a very long way, so with this you only need a tiny bit of product, yeah? Dab it under your eyes. Don't put it too close to under your eye, and don't put too much product there, because the more product you put under the eye, the more creasing you'll get. Okay, so a tiny bit, you do that. You allow it to settle, right? So give it a few minutes, right? And then you'll find that any bits that the concealer has set in, so any wrinkles, you pull your eye and you blend it in, okay? Yeah, that gets rid of all creasing under your eyes. So you pull down, blend in any foundation that has got into the fine lines or wrinkles under your eyes, blend it in, and that will get rid of all creasing that you get under your eyes, because a lot of people complain that, you know, I put concealer on and, you know, I end up looking like it looks cracked and heavy. And firstly, you're putting too much on. Secondly, you're putting it too close to your under eye. You should stop around here when you put your concealer and then blend upwards. Let it settle for a few minutes, pull it down, rub it in to your fine lines. Okay, and then finally you do put on your setting powder. Anyway, okay, so I'm just going to put it to areas where I generally get some darkness. So I usually get some around my mouth, so I put it around here. You don't need very much, like dab, 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 that's it. Okay, so foundation is done, and then you set your powder. Use whichever one you like. I will be doing a video on what the best setting powder is for me. The only one I have with me right now is the banana powder, so I'm just going to use that. A tiny bit, so I just put a tiny bit on my hand. I don't believe in this whole caking of product. I think it's the most ridiculous thing ever. I think it looks ridiculous as well, unless you're like getting married, and why do you need to cake your skin with this? Anyway, so I'm just going to put it lightly on with a fan brush. That's this type. You can get that from most brands. Do one, some under your eye, but again, not too close. Set your concealer. Okay, and that's it. I'm going to come closer to the camera so that you can kind of see how it looks. Not bad. That is how you use the Kryolan. If you want a really heavy or a thicker look, then you basically layer it. So I put one layer on. What you do is you put one layer on, you blend it in, wait, put the next layer in, blend it, put the next layer on, depending on how much coverage you want. So you can make this as heavy as you want, and you can make it as light as you want. If you want a heavier coverage, then don't make the sponge moist, so it doesn't need to be damp. It can be just be a dry sponge, and just blend it in. But what I'd say the pros of this are that it's really quite cheap. I think it's about like sort of £15, and you get a lot. I think this would last a very long time, and it's quite easy to apply once you know how to do it. The cons are, I don't think it's oil free, that it can look a bit greasy, so you definitely have to wear a setting powder on top. I think there's around 60 shades of this colour, which is a lot, so I definitely recommend going to the Kryolan store. I went to the one that's just by Covent Garden. I actually went against what the beauty therapist there said. She wanted me to go for a shade lighter than this one, but because I go on holiday a lot, I tan, so I'm quite happy I got the darker shade. So that's the Kryolan TV paint stick. Really recommend it. It's cheap, it's good for Asian skin. They've definitely got something that matches your skin tone. So yeah, I really hope you found that video helpful on the Kryolan paint stick. Let me know what you think. See you next time. Bye.